It's Fired Up Friday, and this isn't your average pep talk. This is the Bad Influence podcast. Yeah, the one they told you not to listen to. I'm Jordan Banderas, and today we're setting your fears on fire, torching your excuses, and waking up the beast inside you. If you want to take control of your life, it starts right here. New drops every week. Let's burn the old version of you to the ground. Let me start with this. An idea is just a spark, but sparks don't change lives. Fire does. And fire only comes from pressure, repetition, and relentless execution. You don't need another idea. You need the courage to turn one into something real. How many ideas are you proud of that you never actually built? Be honest. Ideas you talked about, ideas you protected, ideas you let die quietly so your ego wouldn't be tested. Unbuilt ideas don't make you creative. They make you comfortable. And comfort is the enemy of becoming dangerous. Potential is the most addictive drug on earth. It lets you feel special without ever risking failure. It gives you identity without discipline. I've been there. Carried ideas like trophies. Let them sit untouched so my self-image stayed intact. That's ego dressed as vision. Feeling exceptional without becoming accountable. So here's the first cut. Pick one idea. Kill the rest. Build something ugly, something unfinished, something breathing. Perfection is procrastination wearing a nice suit, and planning without execution is just hiding with better vocabulary. What idea are you protecting because executing it would expose you? The one you keep refining. The one that just needs one more tweak. That's the one. Execution is where the mirror shows up, and mirrors don't lie. Protection isn't intelligence. It's fear pretending to be strategy. You don't fear failure. You fear confirmation. Confirmation that you're not as ready as you thought. So let it burn. If it survives execution, it was real. If it doesn't, you still win clarity. Every graveyard of ideas looks the same. Big excitement, strong vision, zero follow through. The idea didn't die loudly. It faded. Missed days, missed weeks. Excitement disappeared the moment work stopped feeling magical. The moment discipline replaced dopamine. Let me give you the law of building. Ideas die when novelty ends and routine begins. Builders are born in that phase. This is where amateurs quit and professionals wake up. So stop calling it timing. It wasn't timing. It was resistance. When was the last time you mistook inspiration for progress? You watched something, read something, felt something, did nothing. Emotion is not movement. The boring truth is this. Inspiration is cheap fuel. Progress is boring, measurable, repeatable, unsexy. You don't rise from motivation. You rise from reps. Momentum comes after motion, and you know it's true. Who were you hoping will validate your idea? A mentor? A partner? The internet? I waited for nods too. I wanted permission disguised as encouragement. Oh yes, I did. I wanted that. But permission never built a damn thing. Validation is outsourced confidence. Action is self-respect. So stop pitching. Stop explaining. Stop selling the dream. Start shipping. Traction is the only applause that matters. What actually scares you about execution? Failure? Boredom? Or being seen trying? That last one hits different. Being seen messy, being seen learning, being seen before you're ready. Greatness is publicly clumsy before it's privately confident. Let them watch. Let them doubt. Execution doesn't need dignity. It needs consistency. How often do you hide behind planning? Planning feels safe, reversible, non-committal. It's true. I plan entire futures to avoid one hard day of work. I plan entire futures to avoid one hard day of work. That wasn't preparation. That was paralysis. Commitment terrifies the ego because it removes alibis. Once you commit, results become personal. So burn the exit. Lock in. Pressure reveals who you really are, and you know it. Tell me where you disappeared last time. When the grind got repetitive? When the work stopped feeling special? When no one noticed? Did you adapt? Or did you vanish? This is where most people quit. No applause, same effort, same resistance. Look, I vanished before. Called it realignment. It was avoidance, let's be honest. Legends are not built in revelation. They're built in repetition. So adapt. Refine. Don't retreat. Repetition is the price of mastery. Ideas are not rare. Follow through is. I've met brilliant minds with empty hands and average minds with finished work. Guess who wins? Value isn't in thinking, it's in finishing. So romanticize completion. Obsession beats talent every single time. Talent starts fast. Obsession finishes strong. I've lost to people who were not smarter than me. They weren't gifted. They weren't special. They just stayed longer. Worked when it was boring. Cared when it stopped being fun. I have. So, not 5. 1. Obsession isn't mania. It's priority. It's what you feed when motivation dies. Talent bows to persistence. Every time. If your vision keeps evolving but your effort doesn't, you're hiding behind intelligence. Changing goals to avoid accountability. We all have done that. Freeze the vision, increase the effort. Let work catch up to imagination. The moment you act without feeling ready, your identity shifts. You stop narrating. You start becoming. Identity follows action, not intention. Once quitting is no longer an option, excuses die. Focus sharpens. Results start showing up quietly. Pressure stops being fear. It becomes fuel. What's the ruthless step you've been avoiding? Not tomorrow, today. Ugly is fine. Small is fine. Movement compounds. If no one ever clapped, would you still execute? If not, you love attention, not creation. Real builders move in silence. This is where the fantasy dies and the real story begins. I used to be the idea guy. Vision, talk, no execution. I could sell a future I wasn't building. Convince rooms. Oh, yes, I could. Inspire people. Go home on change. Then life punched me from every angle. Money pressure, identity pressure, responsibility with not safety net. I got tired of imagining my way out. Tired of explaining. Tired of potential. So I moved. I built. I failed. I adjusted. Then I failed again. And again. And again. But something changed. I wasn't special. I was consistent. And consistency requires reality. That's when fantasy finally died. Fantasy dying is painful. Oh, yes, it is. Because fantasy was comfortable. It lets you feel powerful without being tested. Execution takes that comfort away and replaces it with responsibility. Now, every result is yours. Every miss, every win. There's no one left to blame, and that's terrifying. But that's also freedom. This is the moment most people back off. When the story stops being hypothetical, when effort becomes visible. They don't quit loudly. They drift. Miss a day. Then another. They call it rest, recalibration, waiting for alignment. But alignment doesn't come before action. It comes from it. You don't get clarity first. You get by moving. Execution creates feedback. Feedback creates adjustment. Adjustment creates mastery. This is the loop. Miss it once and you stall. Stay in it and you become dangerous. Dangerous isn't loud. It's calm, unbothered. Because you've proven something to yourself. You don't need belief. You have evidence. Evidence that you show up when it's boring, when it's heavy, when no one's watching. That's when identity locks in. You stop asking, can I? And start asking, what's next? Ideas stop exciting you. Progress does. You don't need motivation anymore. You have momentum. And momentum doesn't care how you feel. It moves because it's moving. That's why execution saves lives. It pulls you out of your head, out of fantasy, into reality. Reality responds to action, not intention. So stop asking if you're ready. Yeah, stop doing that. Because readiness is a reward, not a requirement. Start where you are. Use what you have. Move anyway. Ideas don't save you. Execution does. Plans can shift. Vision can evolve. But relentless hustle turns sparks into fire. So stop dreaming. Start building. And watch your life change. Because you finally moved. And remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. If you're still making excuses after this one, that's on you. But if you're ready to move, then burn the damn comfort zone down. Smash that subscribe button so you never miss the fire. Send this to someone who's one decision away from a full-blown comeback. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, stay relentless. Stay dangerous. Make them remember your name and have a great day.